Hello from sunny Southern California. It's extremely sunny. Today is May 27th, 2012. I look really funny in orange. I'm usually in black. Definitely my color. But this is the Creating a Dynasty t-shirt because I'm at a Creating a Dynasty weekend seminar. It's completely wonderful. So they wanted us to wear these shirts today, and that's why I'm wearing it. So don't get used to seeing me in orange. If you'd like to write me a private message or leave a comment on my Facebook or Twitter about your opinion of me in orange, please feel free. I think I'd actually be interested to hear what people think of me in something other than black. This ridiculous orange color here. So anyway, why do I go to these seminars and take up all this educational stuff, but I won't go to the college universities and things like that? The college isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just doesn't line up with my goal. My goal is, the reason why I go to these things on the weekends and fly across the country and things like that is because I want to grow myself and I want to increase my influence over you guys and gals out there. Why would I want to increase my influence over you? Because most of you are not living authentically. You have a job that you don't like. You're not exactly living your dreams. Your career is not lined up with your passion or your income. That's like living a lie. It is living a lie. And very few people are living authentically and actually making progress and headway towards their dreams. Everyone else has either given up on it, or they're saying the biggest lie they tell themselves, that someday, once this and this lines up, someday. Most people aren't saying, once I get things right in here. Most people aren't saying that. Most people are saying, once the economy gets better, politics, my boss is more generous and gives me the raise. Let me tell you something. If you can't be trusted with what you have now, and you can't prosper with what you have now, with what you've been given, you will not have more later. And if by some chance you get more later without becoming more first, you're going to lose it all anyway. So it makes no sense. It's completely stupid. Not that you're stupid, but it's completely stupid and self-sabotaging to believe that someday is actually going to happen before you change this piece of real estate up here between your ears. And that's what I need to effectively communicate to you people out there more. And, a lot of times, quite honestly, I have no ability to communicate that in a way to where people will get the message and actually move towards what they think and want in their lives. Most people won't do it. Most people I talk to try to move them, they don't. Some people do, and that ratio may never change too much, but even if I can tweak it just a little bit to where a few more people than would have otherwise as a result of my going to these kinds of things and growing myself and my influence, that makes it all worth it to me. And I have grown my influence a lot over the past 4.5 years. So I know that this is working. It's validation proof positive because I have an enormous organization. I get stories just about every day from people that I had some sort of exchange with who's actually moving in the direction they want to move. I'll use one story right now. My dad. My dad, a lot of you have heard the story about my dad. For those of you that haven't, this is going to be really quick. My dad, we almost lost him a few years ago. He smoked, almost his entire life. Last 10 years or so, didn't get any exercise and just smoked, ate bad food, and it wound him up in the emergency room. We almost lost him. He's only got a third of his lungs left from all the smoking. He has no oxygen reserve at all in his lungs. He has zero reserve. Functional capacity was terrible, and he almost lost his life a couple years ago. Well, right then and there, I got him on Shakeology. Shakeology is something that I supply people with to improve their health. A couple years later, after that, the doctor said that he has no right to be alive today. He has no right to be doing as well as he's doing. And even more recently than that, the doctor said this really never happens. His functional capacity actually improved since then. And what's the difference? Well, one, he quit smoking, but that's not enough to improve functional capacity. That just keeps it from getting worse. Almost. The doctor said that normally, even though he quit smoking, it will still get worse. It just won't get worse as fast. But it will still get worse just with age and the passing of time. Not only did my dad's functional capacity in his lungs not get worse, it actually improved. And the doctor said that really never happens. And the proof that my dad's functional capacity in his lungs have improved, the fact that a couple years ago, and for probably 6, 7, 8, 9 months, he depended on his motorized scooter chair to get around. He could not walk more than maybe 10 feet without being completely out of breath and having to stop and sit down. Well, now my dad can walk such long distances that he had me remove the wheelchair ramp to the house. because he just doesn't need it anymore. He hasn't used the thing in probably about a year or a year and a half. And just the other day, my dad went in for his most recent functional capacity test for his lungs. There's probably a different name, but that's what it was testing. And that's when we got the results. He dramatically improved the functional capacity of what's left in the 1/3 of his lungs, so he's living better. And the difference is, he quit smoking, but like I said, that wasn't enough to improve functional capacity. But he also started to clean up his eating with my help. I got him on Shakeology immediately. I didn't go for the cheaper shakes out there. I got him on the good stuff because my dad's life is worth it. His health is worth it. Is your life worth it, spending the extra money to get the better stuff? God, I hope so. But and also my dad, he walks in the treadmill. It isn't as much as, say, you or I could do, but he does all he can on the treadmill every day. And between that and the Shakeology every day and eating a little bit better every day, that made an enormous, drastic, ridiculously huge improvement over the functional capacity of his lungs, which, by the way, enormously improved the quality of his life, and he feels better. Now, that's just one story. I've got thousands of stories of all different kinds of people, shapes and sizes, personality types, you name it. They're everywhere. And I want more people to do what they want to do and not be held back by bondage. Bondage could be financial debt. It could be your health because of lifestyle. It could be maybe you're doing a job or a career path that is not in alignment with your true passion. All of those things are different kinds of bondages, and almost all of you watching this video have those bondages in your life, and almost all of you are not doing anything about it. That's why I want to grow my influence over you people, to get you to move. I want to be able to effectively communicate in a better way to move more people, and I'm going to. The question is, are you going to be one of those people that does something about your situation to go where you want to go? And it doesn't mean that I have to be the one to move you. It could be somebody else. Just promise yourself that you're never going to give up, and you're going to keep seeking out until you find what you're looking for, and you're going to do it. If that's your starting point, if you don't have the opportunity in your hands yet, so you just don't know what to do, you know what you want, but you don't know how to get it, then you need to keep looking until you find it. And if you do have the opportunity, then you need to act on it. There's no someday. Someday never comes. It's not coming until this piece of real estate up here changes and you decide that you're committed now, not tomorrow, and not even later today, but starting right now. Because procrastination is a mental poverty mindset, and most of us have it. And then every other kind of poverty typically follows it. That's why people who are broke are typically broke in every aspect of their lives, typically. And it's because of a mental poverty. The hardest thing to change is our brains. I mean, we're working against an entire lifetime of conditioning, so we have to recondition ourselves, but we can do it. And if we do it, anything is possible. As human beings, we are capable of the most amazing things, no matter what the circumstances, no matter how dire they are. And the proof is in the stories of other human beings that have come up from the most challenging of backgrounds. I'm talking about people that have been abused in every way possible, physically, sexually, verbally, people that grew up in poverty, drug addicts for parents, alcoholics, the list goes on. And some of these people that grew up in these kinds of environments, they go on to do the most amazing things with their lives, hugely successful in cleaning up their own lives and uniquely inspiring tens of thousands or maybe even millions of people to clean up their lives and live their dreams. There's people like that. And they prove to us that no matter what, human beings are capable of the most amazing things, regardless of how bad the circumstances are. And most of us, however bad your story is, it serves a purpose. And the purpose is going to be to inspire other people. See, in this economy, and every economy is a human economy because it's run by people, right? The people that are going to have the most success, grow the biggest income, influence the most people are going to be people that use their story and tell their story effectively to inspire other people to move towards what they want. Those are the most successful people out there. They really are. So if you got a big a bad story about your past, a very painful one, that's going to serve a purpose for you and for possibly millions of other people. The question is, what are you going to do with your story? Where are you going to go from here? Are you going to try to build on the past? You can't build on failure. No, you can build on success. You can start where you're at right now, get in it, respect your starting point, get in it, learn how to prosper with what you have now, even if it's just your brain because you have nothing else like money or resources. Your mind is a resource. It's the best one out there. But let's say that's all you've got because you don't have any other means. Your only resource is your brain. That's all the resources that you need to get everything that you want. It really is. The question is, where are you going to go from here? The question is, are you going to continue to believe in those well-planned lies that you have carefully thought about and crafted as to the story about why you believe you can't have what you want? Or are you going to put those lies to rest? Just chuck them in the trash and start a new path. I hope you pick the latter. You're going to be more fulfilled if you do. And if you don't pick the latter, then towards the end of your life, you're going to look back with all kinds of regret. And that regret is going to be 100-fold times more painful than whatever challenge that you will have to go through to get what you want. So the struggle, the challenge is less painful than regret. Remember that if you're thinking about putting off what you want till someday. And if you're still saying someday, you have got too much time to think, and you've got so much money you can afford to have excuses. So the day that you can no longer afford to have excuses is the day that you're truly broke. I don't care what you say. That's the honest to God truth. So that's it. That's my vlog for my hotel room this beautiful morning. I've got to get out there to the last day of the seminar, and then after that I'm flying back home. And while I was here, I made a nice vacation out of it. It was pretty awesome. I drove all the way down from LA to San Diego, which is the city of my origin. Hung out with my friend Morgan down there for an entire evening and night. And after I came back up here, I spent a good part of the day in Santa Monica, California on the pier in that awesome Mexican restaurant at the end of it that I can never remember the name of, and watched a beautiful sunset with a friend over the Pacific Ocean. It was pretty cool. So I like making little vacations out of these trips too. It's pretty nice. Take care, everyone. I hope that you're having an awesome day. And if I can be of service to you, private message me or call me, get a hold of me somehow. And just know ahead of time that I am in pretty high demand these days. And I'm only going to work with you if you are swimming in teachable waters, because that's how I can serve you to help you. If you're swimming in unteachable waters, drowning, there is absolutely nothing that I will be able to do for you. So therefore, you won't get my time. But if you'd like my time and you're teachable and you're hungry, let me know. I'd love to be able to help you. My number one marketing strategy is simply to create success stories. If you're not dead serious about being successful and moving towards whatever it is that you want, because this is about you and what you want, not what I want. But if you're hungry enough, you desire it, and you're teachable, and you're dead serious about being successful, it's going to make you look good. It's going to make me look good. If you're not serious and you do absolutely nothing but take my time, and you're not teachable, then you're not going to be successful. It doesn't make me look good, and I don't want to give you my time. I don't want to give that my time. So I hope you understand where I'm coming from with that. It's not like I'm just this mean guy that's only going to work with people who are teachable and serious and all that stuff. There's a reason for it. The reason is I'm seasoned enough to know that if you're not teachable and hungry, and so on and so forth, you're not going to be a success, and nobody is going to look good, or there's going to be no purpose served from it. Nobody else is going to be inspired from somebody who just falls down and doesn't get back up, and somebody who isn't serious, and somebody who isn't teachable. But we can inspire lots of people if you are teachable and you're hungry and you desire and you're dead serious about your success. Then we can inspire lots of other people. Because I know, as a human being, I know that you don't want to keep success just solely to yourself. I know that if you can use your story to help other people who have got so much pain in their lives, I know that you'd want to do it. We all do. So that's my reason for only wanting to work with you if you are teachable, willing, hungry, all those things. So keep that in mind as you contact me. And I'd love to serve you and help you become your own success story.